crowd seemed to part like the Red Sea. All the noise, the whispers, the cruel laughter, it all died into a dead, ringing silence. Celeste Judd stood there in the center of the lobby. Her usually impeccable business suit was slightly rumpled, as if she'd rushed here, but it was her face that froze the blood in everyone's veins. It wasn't just anger. It was a white-hot, terrifying fury that made the air itself feel thick and dangerous. Her eyes swept across the scene, the shattered phone, Daniel groaning on the floor, her colleagues being manhandled by security. Then, they landed on me. For a split second, her professional mask shattered completely. I saw her breath hitch, her eyes widen with a horror so profound it looked like physical pain. Ozzy? The name came out as a choked whisper. Ethan, the idiot, totally misread the room. He puffed out his chest, a proud, slimy smile spreading across his face. He actually stepped toward her, gesturing at me like I was a trophy he'd bagged. See, Ms. Judd? I took care of it. Didn't I tell you? You don't need to worry about these gold-digging losers. This one, he scoffed, kicking lightly at my leg, had the nerve to waltz in here asking for you. Probably had some sob story or a cheap gift. Don't worry, I made sure he won't be bothering you, or anyone, anytime soon. He was waiting for praise, expecting it. Celeste didn't even look at him. Her gaze was locked on me, on the blood, the blisters, the obscenities scrawled on my skin in lipstick. Her hands, usually so steady, were clenched into fists so tight her knuckles were bone white. Who? She said, her voice dangerously low and calm. Did this? Ethan blinked. Huh? Well, I did, of course. With a little help from the team. We had to protect your reputation, Ms. Judd. This creep was... I was talking to my brother. Her voice cracked through the lobby like a whip. It wasn't a shout. It was something worse. Clipped, precise, and vibrating with pure, undiluted rage. The silence that followed was absolute. You could have heard a pin drop in another zip code. Ethan's smug smile froze, then slowly melted into confusion. You're... what? Simon Irwin, who had been watching with satisfaction, suddenly took a step forward, his face paling. Ms. Judd, there must be some mistake. This vagrant. His name, Celeste interrupted, her voice rising now, is Oswald Judd, Ozzy to his family, the son of Richard and Eleanor Judd, my younger brother, the heir to Judd Group who chose to serve his country instead of taking a desk job. She finally turned her head, and the look she gave Ethan and Simon could have liquefied steel. The man you just tortured in my lobby. The color drained from Ethan's face so fast it was almost comical. His mouth opened and closed like a fish out of water. No, that's impossible. He looks like a homeless guy. He said his dad was some old geezer named Daniel. Daniel, struggling to sit up, let out a pained, wheezing laugh. I am an old geezer named Daniel Wilson. I was Celeste's professor at MIT, and Ozzy's superior at the National Advanced Research Project Agency. He spat out a bit of blood. The file he was trying to deliver? Level 7 classified. You just shredded a national security document, you little fool. Simon Irwin made a sound like a deflating balloon. National security? Chaos erupted, but it was a silent, terrified chaos. The employees who had been laughing and taking pictures now looked like they were about to be sick. The security guards instantly dropped their batons and backed away, hands in the air. Celeste knelt beside me, her hands hovering, afraid to touch my wounds. Ozzy. Oh God, Ozzy. I'm so sorry, Daniel called. He said you were here, but I never imagined. Her voice broke. I managed a weak cough, tasting copper. Hey, Cece. I rasped, my voice barely audible. Bad day at the office. She let out a sound that was half a sob.